What the fuck is going on? Today is November 26th, 2 days away from Gobble Day. We are going to go over penny stocks, open market, and pre-market. We're going to start with BSFC. BSFC was a midday spiker. This bad bitch. She pretty much rode the 1.9 EMA all the way up to 47 from 23, so pretty fucking decent move. About 100% move right there, so that's pretty fucking sick. The most of the times when you have midday pushes kind of like this, they tend to ride the 1.9 EMA. As you can see here, really when I'm looking for a dip, possibly you have this section. We have this kind of 5-minute flag here. It's a little bit sideways, but still nice. And then a push up to 47, almost to 50, and then she comes all the way back down. So not really a whole lot of pattern recognition on this, other than pretty much straight up riding the 1.9 EMA. You have a dip to VWAP here, but yeah, nice if you caught it. But again, another ticker that is running in what I would call power hour. So this is like 3 trading days in a row now. We're getting power hour moves, so definitely on watch. Maybe we'll get something big tomorrow as well. Moving on, we have CDIO. This one had no volume, pre-market or open market, so we're gonna skip over it. CRNC. I have a bunch of previous day runners on here just to kind of check them out. Did nothing today, just kind of fell off the earth. Devs, DEVS, anything spiking like this in pre-market and coming all the way back down. We saw what was it? We saw CGTX and CTRX, I believe. Similar type of pre-markets. Not, up, down, flat, below VWAP. And then we have CTRX? CTXR. This one honestly looked better, but still kind of just like random pop, up, down. I mean, it did look a lot better, but same kind of vibe for DEVS. Let's take a gander. The volume's too low for me, but it does grind upwards, so that is also nice. IDAI. This one I had start out because we have a pre-market with a cup and handle type look to it. We have the highs here, it comes down, comes back, kind of joins those highs, and has this beautiful dip right here, and then it has a 1 minute kind of dip and then rips face. This one was super nice. This pre-market, if we look at different types of pre-markets, we have, let's look, QMM from yesterday. We're gonna go over them real quick. QMM, what did we have? Highs here. We have this long extended dip. We come pretty close, not exactly, but we dip and rip, and then it fades off a cliff. We also had RGTI. Let's go. RGTI, see, this one isn't as good, but it's still kind of bowl shapes it. It didn't get all the way back up to there. I think we had KULR as well. Pull this as well. Let's see. So KULR for me was the biggest example of IDAI. We have a push here, it comes back, kind of dips, and then you have this like 1 minute dip and rip on all of these. So that was what I was kind of looking at on IDAI. We get this spike, we get this nice little 1 minute, 5 minute pullback here, close to the pre-market highs, but not really. And another note too is we saw a lot of extended pullbacks and then rips again. So on KULR, for example, when we had pre-market highs or key levels, it would break through those, and to me it'd be like, oh, this is probably done, and then it comes back up. So we did that pretty much here. The only thing that we didn't get a full rotation back to kind of like highs, but we did kind of get a nice little rotation from 43. So 35 to 36 to 43. So that's a pretty good gain right there. And if we look at KULR, it kind of did a similar type of move as well, with kind of, it breaks here, it breaks this key level, and it gets sucked back up. Except with KULR, it continued to go. It kind of held that level and then went. Whereas this one just kind of, it almost looked very similar, where it kind of just all bullishness back up to here, except KULR kind of consolidated and then pushed back. So this thing died out, unfortunately, but it's still a nice push in the morning. All right, moving on. IMG. Okay, so this was another one like BSFC, a midday spike. As you can see, same vibe. It's riding the 190 EMA up to here. I think it halts. Yeah, it halts there. Let's look. The rest of this is just like, you do have this dip right here is nice off of these. This high right here off of 170. This little 5-minute dip was nice to 150 up to 180. But we start to halt. This halt stuff actions to me just kind of difficult and risky as well, but it does go sideways. There are some dips to be making money with, but yeah, this type of price action has been working. This cup and handle dip and then rip pattern. So I'm definitely keeping an eye out for that, especially tomorrow. All right, going back to KULR. So KULR ran yesterday, and I just kind of let this thing go. The volume wasn't as good as yesterday, but it was still there. Yesterday's highs was 85. It breaks down through that. We have another, like this dip right here was actually really fucking good. I don't know how I missed that one. Usually I tend to stay away from recycled names. I don't trade as well with those things, but this is a nice dip right here. And that's a nice fucking dip right there. But other than that, it rips through, goes to 96. Pretty much a pre-market high double top in my opinion. And then look at this fucking drop. Shoot. Okay, moving on. MDAI, this one is a fader. The volume kind of sucks down here. I pretty much wrote this one off as soon as I saw the name. I think the MDAI, the name itself, the ticker itself, I think sucks ass. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But this type of price action fading under view up tends to not work. We do have a one push to view up and then it fades out rest of the day. All right, moving on. OPTT. This pre-market was fucking weird as shit. Again, another one similar to Devs, where it's just like, it's like I'm not really interested. But this thing actually did produce a little bit, you know. Weird price action here. Like, what is this? It goes flat and then I guess this is, well, I don't know. This dip right here to the daily 200 at 23 is kind of nice, but it is extended. It does seem very slow. The volume's not as good, but nice dip there. Nice key level pivot, and then I think it just kind of it does this push. It breaks, comes back all the way down to this key level again, and then it rides back up. So that is another thing too that we've seen a lot of, is this kind of like fake head and shoulders look. We had that on, what did we have that on? I think it was KULR again. If we look at KULR from yesterday, let's see, this right here. So it's like you have this kind of cup and handle, this 5-minute pattern. It breaks. It's a strong breakout. Comes back all the way back down to that support level, holds it, and goes all the way back up, breaking this previous high. So with OPTT, it actually did the same fucking thing. But this thing didn't really break out here, but it came down all the way to a key level. It broke out, came back all the way back down, and then broke out again. So this is a common theme we've seen, I think, back-to-back days. We also saw this on VSEE, but we'll go over that here in a little bit. This thing did just grind up, so it did get to a gap level here at 29. It did fill it in pre-market or in after hours, but overall the volume not as good, but still some nice plays here. All right, moving on to PDYN. This thing ran on, I think, 3 days ago, on Friday. Let's see. Let's open the bitch up. She just ran here. This was like a power hour play on Friday. These were the highs there. These were, I think, another day high. This thing actually did a nice fucking push today. I'm surprised. This was a nice little flag right here. Kind of like an extended bull flag a little bit. You had this kind of uptrend. Super nice clean break. I mean, the thing just went straight up. This was a good little dip right here. I tend to stay away from halts, but anything that halts and then kind of gets supported, especially over a key level, is definitely worth a shot, in my opinion. You get some nice pushes sometimes. Sometimes you get fucking bagged, but you know, it is what it is. Nice double bottom flag here. Push up to $7. Comes back down, kind of tries to rotate. It does not rotate. Tries to rotate again, and then rotates towards the end of the day. So we have a couple good flags here. One good flag here. Double bottom flag here for the momentum play. You could have taken some down here off of 584. I think that was the pre-market highs. No, I don't know what that was. Maybe a previous day or a pivotal level, but nice to see, again, multi-days having volume. All right, moving on. PGHL. You want to see the craziest fucking... the craziest chart I've ever seen in my fucking lifetime? So open hours, it was open from 9:30 to 9:48. It opens in after hours at, it opens at 108, goes to 218, and then in how many candles? One, 2, 3, 4. In like 6 candles, it's back to $10. That is fucking insane. I gotta read up more about this. I think there's gotta be a lot of funny fucking stats out there in this thing, but that's fucking insane. All right, moving on. QMCO. QMCO ran yesterday. This was also a continued, so this is day 3. Day 2 is actually pretty good as well. Let's see, it dips to 1570, so that is a daily pivot level. Actually dips to the previous day high, I think. Yeah, right here. Or the pre-market high, my bad. And then this thing just starts to fucking rip again. Was this the same pattern it did yesterday? I mean, kinda. Except this is just more upwards. And then it extended out. Dip here, nice 5-minute flag. It just kind of grinds, and then it halts. This is a nice flag right here after a base over a gap level, and then just fucking sends it to 33. And then after this, it was pretty much done. So that was pretty nice as well. We're getting a lot of recycled names. QMM, hopefully this didn't do anything. Moving on. QSI did not do anything as well. Both of those were recycled names. QUBT, also a recycled name, did not really do much here. RGTI ran yesterday. Nothing there. I'm going to keep most of these up probably for tomorrow and Friday just in case. This market has been day 2, day 3 movers, so you never know. SMTK. This one was a weird pre-market as well. The volume started to go low. It's just open bell, halted off. Anytime it kind of halts off the rip, then I'm pretty much out. So Another one that just once the open bell and it just kind of fades out, it's usually done. All right, TOYO. This one played with my heart a little bit today, not gonna lie. Let's see. This one was doing the KULR action. So if you look, KULR was a good example for a lot of things today, I feel like. You see this just up, down, W pattern, just up, down, up, down, up. I thought TOYO was going to do the same thing. I thought this would actually break out. I feel like the market has been a little bit all over the place. Kind of like a breakdown here, hold, and then break back here. I actually took some just in case for that reason. We didn't get the push, but the idea was there. I did make some money off this pivotal level at 535. That was kind of where I was bouncing off of in between that and 5. And again, we have this like the wall of death. Whenever we see just it's trying to break, it just, for some reason in the past like week, it just doesn't break. And then it'll just come back later and just like slowly break it. So I'm used to things just kind of fucking snapping. Like when we have multiple points here, next time it hits it like here and it has volume, it just fucking snaps up. But haven't been seeing that lately. So that's been a little bit unfortunate, but you got to be wary of the up down patterns. But that was good in the morning, but it wasn't really that well. All right, UAVs. UAVs, we've seen a pattern and before where things that are day 2, day 3 runners that are pushing in pre-market like 8 to 8:30 into open tend to like give one pop and die out, and this is exactly what UAVs did. It came down to the previous high and to the intra 200, which is nice. Good dips there, and then exploded into the gap level 790 and then faded back down. So RIP for UAVs. This was a good dip ad off the opens, but other than that, you can catch me later with that trade. All right, VSEE. Another one where we have this grindy price action upwards. I need to be more aware of this. We've seen this a few times in the past, but I think recently we see more of it where the volume is actually pretty decent and we're not really getting huge spikes, but it's kind of in this channel, this upward channels, and then it extends out. So like QMCO did this yesterday. I think it did it kind of today as well, not really, but so after this extension here, it halts right here, I think, somewhere. Yeah, 1009, 1014. I took some down here for a pre-market high dip, which is really nice. This is probably one of the best trades I've had this week. Just clear double, like a little bit of a double bottom here and push back up to the gap level at 355. And then what I was talking about earlier with KULR and with OPTT is we have this kind of fake head and shoulders look where we come down, we dip, we break, we come back all the way back down to this key level, this pivotal level. To me, in 99% of other market cycles, this is super bearish, but for some reason we're getting these pops back, and this one didn't make new highs, but when I'm seeing a dip to 280, a pop to 340, 60-cent move, so a 20% move here, like that's pretty good. So and unfortunately it does die out and that's it, but this was pretty solid in general. All right, Works was a day 2, day 3 runner, nothing here. ZENA ran yesterday. It spiked like shit in pre-market to 16. That was a crazy spike as well. I thought maybe we could get like a dip bounce to 11. This was the yearly highs. But as soon as it halts down, they tend to just kind of stay down. So just got to be careful of that as well. But moving into tomorrow, day before holiday, day before Thanksgiving, going to, I think what's going to be best is a hit it and quit it mentality. We have seen power hour run, we have seen midday spikers, but I'm just going to make my money and get the fuck out. I'm sure a lot of other people will be doing that. So the volume will probably be low as well. So Don't bag yourself. Peace.